Yours forever, Chapter 1. You study and star me all at once. Butterflies rising. The crepuscular light of the night brought out that noxious glint in your eyes as you shamelessly drank me in. I shivered under your fervid gaze and wrapped my arms around myself instinctively. You pushed away a lock of my hair that fell off my messy bun behind my ears, your fingertips trailing down to the back of my neck. I held my breath. I shouldn't be here. This was so wrong. I should have been at home with my parents and my lovely sister, the ones who are probably thinking I am at the university, working on an assignment with my group members. I hated lying to them, but something in me changed drastically when you set your intense dark eyes on me. I became a whole new version of myself, my old self trapped in the past, suffocating when it tried to explicate logics into my hazy state of mind as your manipulative words of reassurance strangled it to death. You said I changed for the better, but was enunciating a string of lies to the ones you love considered a positive change. Was this guilty pleasure of you taking me to the heavens with your amorous touches considered something ethical? You glided your fingertips down to my spine and stopping at the small of my back before you guided me inside through the entrance of the hotel, even though I was reluctant to move my feet. All I wanted to do was turn around, unclasp myself from your unabated grip at my waist, and sprint to my house 4 miles away. But it seemed like an improbable fantasy at the moment, not because you wouldn't let me escape from you, but because an enthralled part of me wanted to go through the experience. The experience of my magical first time making love to you. You said you'd be gentle, loving, passionate, and you'd take me to the highest apex of my pleasure. I didn't doubt that. Your surreptitious, erotic touches in the most intimate places of my body ignited a fierce flame of yearning for more, and tonight I was getting that more you promised. Tonight you could relish and savor me with no fear of inimical glances at us. Tonight I was all yours. It seemed too good to be true, but my intuitions yelled that this was pernicious. It demanded me to turn back and run away before it was too late. But I guess I followed you to the dangerous age of a hypnotic essence, and I was in too deep to be diving up to the surface.
Siren ma'am, Skyline Hotel at your service. How may I help you?
An apathetic, bicep woman in her 30s greeted us as we walked up to the front desk. She held an amiable smile and waited for a response.
A room for two would be great.
You responded after a brief pause, your voice curt and lacking the usual warmthness. You seemed disconnected, cold and distant, the side of you that resurfaces every time you're determined to get something done. And tonight you wanted me pinned to the bed under your pertinacious grip as you consumed me whole, your aggression ripping me apart till you were satiated. That ardent look in your eyes said it all.
Sir, would you like to state the duration of your stay?
The woman spoke again as she typed away something on the computer in front of her.
An hour and a half would be great enough.
You glanced down at me, your ebony eyes meeting my chestnut ones with incensed lust. I looked away, intimidated by the intensity of your stare, and scrutinized the mediocre interior of the hotel instead. The incandescent chandelier suspended from the ceiling was the only attractive decor in the inadequately furnished hotel lobby.
Sir, we would need both of your driving licenses to feed into the details before we could hand you the keys.
The woman behind the desk looked up at us with a polite smile, interrupting my trail of thoughts. Your lips twisted into a smirk as you slipped your hands into your back pocket and pulled out your leather wallet. The woman expected you to hand her in your driving license, but instead you slammed a thick bundle of cash, the money hitting the slick wooden desk with a thud. The woman's eyes widened instantly in shock.
Sir, you must be mistaken. We don't do this here.
She spoke hysterically as her discombobulated gaze perused all around the room in fear of being seen.
Alright then, if this information doesn't suffice, we may want to head out.
You sneered, snatching the money off the counter and grabbed my wrist, making me flinch as your grip tightened, digging into my flesh with the rising indignation. You began to pull me towards the exit, fuming and hurling profanities under your breath. A part of me felt an instant sense of relief, but it wasn't meant to last long.
Sir, wait. Here are the keys. Room 403, the last one at the end of the hall.
The woman called back at us, escalating panic evident in her tone.
Money talks, doesn't it, babe?
You winked at me, your lips twisting into a vicious smile. You straightened up in boasted triumph, clearly pleased with your moral achievement. My stomach wretched with the growing queasiness gnawing my insides, but I recuperated with a faint smile to conceal the dread hitting my core. Looks like it's time to kiss goodbye to 20 years of virginity, I say to myself. Oh, this night is going to be long, so long.